Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. In BL tonight, first up, we've got Supreme Ventures here, trading in their shares, a sale, or a sell here, which is not typically, the norm. There's always lots of buying up coming up, in terms of whenever the results are out or there's no blackout period. So in this case, we've got a sale here. It's a connected party selling not a lot of units, 382,297 shares on October 5th, 2020, just the other day. Now, Siboney Group, not a company we carry too often, on Business Live. They don't have too many corporate action items on the JSE website, but a resignation of a director here. This is Mr. Robert Stevens, has resigned as a director of the company and an independent member of Siboney's audit committee. Now, the resignation would have taken effect June 1st, 2020. The release goes on to say, which is very, good of the company, great of companies to put out there how many years, someone has served. And in this case, Mr. Stevens has served the company for over 30 years. That's a whopping 30 years. Not something you see, too much in this decade or really, in this time or moving forward with a lot of companies, whether it's on the Jamaica Stock Exchange or globally. Now, Lasco Financial Services, the microfinance firm, but they also have a lot of other things going on in there and other types of financial services, for their client base. Executive resignation and appointment here. So Miss Atasha Bernard has resigned from her post of Group CFO effective October 31st, 2020. Now, Mr. Norris Clark, the company has clearly, put this in place, has been appointed the Group Financial Controller effective from October 1st, 2020. So that's a nice transition plan, it looks like there. October 1st, Mr. Clark jumping into the role, and in the resignation of the Group CFO, October 31st, give some transition period there, 30 to 31 days or so. Always great to see in a public company, especially from a finance or accounting department perspective. Now, Supreme Ventures back at it. Two announcements actually this week on the JSE website. We're going to cover one in particular tonight. So the company, as a public company, coming out with a credit rating announcement. So this is Caricris has assigned a credit rating to Supreme Ventures, and it's an impressive rating, and it's on the jamstockx.com website. So you have your regional ratings and your local ratings. We're going to focus on the bigger picture, the regional ratings. So if it's in local currency, it's A-. If it's in foreign currency, it's BBB+. So typically, companies don't just do this for the optics, the public relations. If a company is doing this, maybe there might be a debt raise on the horizon, whether that's in the short term, the medium term. We'll wait and see what SVL or Supreme Ventures is doing. But if a company goes out of their way, gets registered with Caricris, there's typically some expenses associated, from our due diligence at Business Live, then typically there could be a debt raise or something's going to happen with SVL in the debt markets, private placement markets. We're not sure, but look for some big moves, some power moves, some money moves by SVL coming up. Now, Caribbean Flavors, last up, Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances, they had their annual general meeting, their AGM, October 7th, and the shareholders approving the increase in share capital and stock split. So fabulous news, great news. We didn't expect any less. So the authorized share capital of the company is increasing from 91.452 million shares to a whopping 2.6 billion shares. There'll also be a stock split. The subdivision or the stock split is going to be 10-1. It's effective coming right up October 13th, 2020. I'm Mark Croskery. This is Business Live.